doing it so long, I'm not worried about it.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. You got to get the in-ear ultimate ears.
Say it again.
Ultimate ears.
Keep going.
I want you to respond to it, though.
It's the 55th time you said it since I walked the thing. By the way, there's nothing more when you're trying to do something that's frustrating the shit out of you, and he's going, no, it doesn't. Get something different. They do. They put a mold in your ear. They do the thing. I go, I'm familiar with Ultra ears. I'm familiar with them.
Apparently, somebody wants to be on Bone to Pick. You have a bone. Dude, don't you hate it when you got something?
Oh, man. Those aren't working. You know what you should get? You know what would be better? You know what doesn't solve the problem this second?
Welcome to Bone to Pick podcast with me and Big Jay Ogerson.
The Bone to Pick. Man, do we have a day today, huh?
Oh, my God.
This is big. We didn't even know this was going to happen. This kind of fell into our laps, so to speak.
It's the universe.
Thank God when we knew that the now released and epic Corey Feldman doc.
It was.
Corey Feldman versus the World came out on Thursday. When we saw the trailer, we thought to call our friend Jezebel Sweet and ask her if she would call the show. She did. And then she's been doing the Q&As and going around with the director, Marcy Hume, doing like the screenings and the Q&As with the girls that are coming out.
The Angels.
And Jezebel reached out to Christine, I believe.
No, I reached out to Jezebel actually on Jacob's call. He was like, why don't you see if Jezebel will put you in touch with Marcy? And she did.
And then Marcy went and watched our interview with Jezebel and was like, oh, this is great.
Nice.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we have lucked out and landed for today's show. She's going to be joining us in a few minutes here for the whole show. The director. Well, I mean,
it's great.
Yeah. I mean, she'll stay as long as we want her to stay, I think.
Yeah.
If we boot her out.
She's actually
It's going to be funny to just start talking about other things with her.
Hey, what do you think about what Trump wrote today about Rob Reiner?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. He said basically he brought it on himself by hating Trump.
Yeah, dude. Listen, I don't care if you voted for Trump or not. You gotta take a step back right now and go, this guy's fucking nuts.
It's wild. It's definitely real.
It's not. Him and Corey have the same thing.
May they rest in peace. He didn't like me. That's always going to usually end you in a casket. But good. But I liked Misery. Misery was a good movie.
No, but he always got to throw in the dig. He made a lot of good movies a long time ago.
Yeah. He made some. Yeah, he was a good director at some point. At one point. I have no idea what Rob Reiner's interest or not in fucking Trump shit is, but I mean, how do you make anything about this other than just like probably say nothing?
But as the president, I mean, if you were just a podcaster or a vlogger, okay, you'd say some weird shit, but you're the president of the free world.
You should have bigger fish to fry.
He does.
Don't worry about taking a fucking shot at Rob Reiner.
Yeah, dude.
Killed by his son.
There was a lot of shit that went on this weekend.
My God.
There was a lot of shootings this weekend. Maybe back out of the Rob Reiner fucking post.
No, but the shooters didn't hate Trump. Rob Reiner did. Those other things aren't really his issue.
Yeah.
You can't be bothered with it.
There's a lot on his plate. It's not like it was a slow news weekend.
No, there was plenty going on. I don't know if you guys heard, but the Corey Feldman documentary dropped. And then also Jewish people got killed. And then Brown University.
We had a good time watching it at your house, too.
Good Brown University shooting?
We watched that. No, not that. The documentary.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, oh, my God. You thought that was fun? Like, man, look at this guy go.
That wasn't even the biggest shooting. There was another one in Australia.
That's the Jews.
Yeah.
So we started mowing down
and here's
Jews.
the thing. A Muslim saved the Jews.
Really?
The guy that went and grabbed the gun out of the other guy's hand and saved a bunch of people, Muslim dude. And then he got shot twice.
No, dude. It's a straw man. Whatever that means.
It means he's not made of a lot of stuff that is solid.
That's a straw. It's a red herring. That means something, too.
Yeah, that means there's a
red herring.
Bunch of fish up the river.
I think what you're saying is just a fucking red herring or something. You need some, you bees a bap. This is going to be such an exciting talk here. A red herring is a misleading clue or piece of information designed to distract from the real issue. Was it a red herring? Could have been a red herring.
But why a red herring? I want to know how they came up with it. The origins of it.
Okay, why? The origin of red herring.
What is that? Why a red herring? And what is A red herring.
I think it's a bird.
Is it a bird? It sounds like a fish.
Well, herring is a fish.
I think it's a fish. Maybe it's a fish that is not real.
It originates from a pungent smoked fish.
Bingo.
Used to train hunting dogs by dragging it across a trail to teach them to ignore distractions and follow the true scent. Later popularized, we have a director coming in here, I can't talk like that. Popularized
I can.
by journalist William Corbett in 1807 as a metaphor for misleading news. It signifies a deliberate diversion, a false clue. Oh, so, okay. I got you.
So it's not the actual thing that the dogs are chasing.
It's not the thing. It's the smell that they were doing. They put all over it to see if they would ignore that smell.
To see if they're idiots.
And keep going for the thing.
Right. Red herring. And that.
Now, I forget how we were using it in our own conversation. I don't remember what the hell we were talking about.
I don't know if it was plural. I think it was singular.
Either way, I think Rob Reiner showed us one thing for sure. For sure. Max is going to kill you and Dawn eventually. This is why you don't have a son.
Don't think I didn't treat Max nice yesterday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we learned this weekend in a couple different situations. It's a busy weekend for being home this weekend. I think we learned a lot of things. I think we learned that we need to start showing a little more respect to our workmate, Lewis.
Well, I think some of us have slid in respect over the last year.
I didn't know I was giving a great term of disrespect. I still don't feel like it was ever, but I've seen how this can go. So now I'd like to say, Lewis, happy holidays. I hope you had a great weekend.
Hey, Lewis, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you guys as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's Lewis.
Don't let them try to make you feel that black is a bad word, my brother.
Well, I don't know if it was
I didn't think
black.
it was. But there are repercussions, apparently,
Yeah.
for calling somebody at work black whatever.
Well, I got the greatest Christmas card. I got a lot of funny Christmas cards, but let me tell you something right now. I opened up Lewis, respectfully, Lewis's Christmas card, and it really made me chuckle. It's one of the funniest cards I've ever got in my life. I'm not going to say what it said. I don't think I can.
Probably legally.
Legally, and I'd lose my job. And
fiscally, it's a bad idea.
Wow, did it make my knees bent?
With laughter.
Well, I was expecting, hey, happy holidays, love you, blah blah blah, and it went somewhere totally different. It punched me in the stomach with laughter.
Wabbly dabbly.
Wow, Lou, that was a great one, buddy. I'm saving that forever. It's on my tree. You can't open it.
We'll get into this probably another day.
Okay.
Unless you just want to play the opening sentence so we can just find out.
YouTube's down, but I found it on Facebook.
Really?
Oh, you're so smart, Christine.
You even shot people.
Is just racist, just flat out racist.
He posted on Facebook last night, and he came to work all weird.
Boss man makes black jokes every day. My name is Black Jerry.
But I just remember looking up and I saw Jerry with the gun. He did one of these and pulled the trigger at my dad.
You guys.
So Jerry went crazy and started murdering everybody at the construction site.
Yeah.
Best reason I have is they called him Black Jerry. So I'm the black fill in the blank game days are over.
Yeah, I'm actually going to carry his card with me. So if he does it, I'll be like, what about this? Remember these days?
What about this, dude? Go back. And you have Lou go, yeah, guess we were okay at some point. Yes, we were okay. I think we shouldn't wait anymore. We should get Marcy.
Get her in.
Get her in here. I've got 700,000 questions. And you should know that this is brought to you by Total Wine & More for this week's Bonfire Happy Hour.
Way to go, Total Wine today.
Oh, yeah.
Total Wine, you get a good one today.
Total Wine, Bonfire Happy Hour, Total Wine & More. You are getting your money's worth today. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly in B21. That is what's going to be sponsoring,
Yeah.
I guess.
You get a discount
we'll
at Total Wine, and they got a discount.
Total Wine & More presenting. I mean, admit one thing. And I know this is tough because you're sober and sobriety means the world to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sobriety means everything to you.
It does.
It does. Don't you wish you were able to knock a few back while you were watching that documentary?
Out in the backyard?
just knock a few back, maybe.
I actually really wish I could have grabbed one of those joints you were smoking.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe rip a bone and really have some good laughs laughing at Fell Dog.
I get violent when I drink. I don't want to do that. I don't want to kick over some furniture and start crying in your backyard in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
But if I smoked some weed, we would have I would have fell asleep out there. You would have wake me up the next day.
We could have watched just me and you giggling, laughing at Corey doing the craziest shit. This documentary, it didn't only live up to the hype. It far exceeded. It's so good.
It is such an insight,
compelling
to what he is and what his world is. It was pretty incredible, man. It was incredible.
That was one of the best things I've seen in like 20 years. I'm not exaggerating, though. It's that good.
Corey Feldman versus the world.
I was saying, I felt nothing since The Dark Knight inside me until.
Sorry, Marcy Cameron, we're giving
Thursday.
our top films of all time. Godfather 1 and 2. I count that as 1. Corey Feldman versus the world.
Is that what you call Black Lou, The Dark Knight?
Joining us right now, her film Corey Feldman versus the World, available right now at coreyfilm.com. Make sure you check it out. It is absolutely fantastic. The director, she is here with us right now, Marcy Hume. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Big get. Big get.
It's a big get, especially for us.
The
afternoon show.
Yeah, for you guys.
To be able to watch this Saturday night and sit there, me and him at his house, watch this and just go over it and over and just talk about it, and then to have you here today.
Well, I'd already seen it at that point too, so I was able to go through and like John Madden, like football play, break it down for him. I go, because there was, especially the second time around, there were subtle things I missed.
Yeah,
just like a little, like the wording of something. I think I told you right away, Bobby. It opens up on his wedding in Vegas, and one right away, like true to form, yelling at people involved, "Let's start the wedding march,"
Yeah.
And then also the wording of the vows, saying that this is right out of the gates. He goes, "And I promise to love you for the rest of your life." Sounds threatening. I think you're supposed to say our lives or my life. He puts it out where he goes, "As long as you're alive, I'll love you."
I thought it was incredible that the music, there's something so piercing about it, that the music just doesn't start, and he's like, what is going on? It's like the perfect Corey moment to kick it off at his own wedding. The music doesn't start.
He seems like he's conducting every second of his life.
Yeah.
He's like directing, producing every single second of every moment of his life.
Right.
He's in what is going on. He lets nothing go.
Well, who also would have known that 10 years ago, Marcy, that our lives were intersecting in a spot we didn't even know. We've already been in the same building together.
That's beautiful.
You and I and many of us in this room, because we were at, I believe you were at that's the tour. So we were at the Highland Ballroom.
You don't remember seeing me run around with a camera? I'm insulted that you don't remember seeing a lady.
We were
with a camera on a stick.
We were
a stick
entranced with what was happening on stage. We couldn't believe we were there. We were told Jezebel, Angel Jackie.
I'm sure she wants to be called Angel Jackie.
Well, in the documentary, Jezebel. Our fans know her as Jezebel. But yeah, she said that there was they were told at the front, with pictures of us, don't let us in. Which every time he tries to keep us out of something, I go, what a mistake. We bring the energy. We know the words of the songs.
Yeah,
we're there. We encourage people to go. We tell people always from the get-go, do not interrupt his show. Don't be a dick. He's a performer. No, you let him do his thing. The funny is, watch a guy give 1,000% effort, 0% talent. It's hilarious. I go, you don't have to interrupt him or insult or heckle him. I'm like, he's going to just do it and let him do it.
Who would heckle him? It's terrible. You guys are, I'm sorry, I see you're about to say something, but I've got to say, I think you guys are mega fans, and I have a dream. I never, ever wanted to or had any intention of mocking him whatsoever. And even though you guys are comedians, and I do think mocking people, I guess, maybe is part of the jam.
Sure.
I think you have I see a deep appreciation. And so I believe there is a way to come together in those worlds, even though there may be no room for nuance.
Entertainment is entertainment.
No, I think I completely agree. There's things I said, and I'm curious. I don't want to get too much into this yet, because I want to start almost from the beginning of what made you become, what made you get you interested in the subject of
yeah,
Corey Feldman.
well, I mean, maybe it is the same thing. I mean, I think there's a visceral feeling that you get in seeing Corey perform and do his thing. I mean, I would say I give it a 10 out of 10. You know, it's like, there it is.
You didn't get involved to it like the person that did a documentary on Led Zeppelin. Like, this is talent.
No, I mean,
there had to be a thing of like, I have to capture this guy.
Yeah, I was taken
but
by the
what did
whole
you see?
world.
Did you see like a particular like
I did.
clip
I
or a
remember
video or
sitting and
something?
watching Ascension Millennium, being like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I think it is, you know, that has continued through this whole thing. There is a whole spectrum of feelings that you get that in a perfect world, I think Corey does have the capacity to embrace, you know. I think he is smart and with it, and I've seen him embrace lots of different things, so we can get to that. But so yeah, I saw that, and you know, the first thing we did was I talked with his management, a different management than the ones you see in the movie, but made a TV sizzle that he really liked. You know, it was a 4 or 5 minute tape about Corey's Angels, so very different than what you see in the doc, but and he really dug it, and it went great. And then I was like, you know, I did not sell it. I failed to sell it as a TV show, but then I was like, I really, really want to do a doc, and it took a little while to get in there and make that happen. But the wedding was the first time I had access.
Was there any bit of you though, like, is because of the craziness and how he is, was that had to be in it though, right?
Did you feel he was misunderstood a little bit at all, or were you like, who knows?
Of course. I mean, I think he puts the being misunderstood out as part of his character in a very intense way also. And I think that is palpable, and, you know, you feel for him and you almost want to help him in some way. You know, I think the whole gamut is there. You know, he's doing it, he's doing his thing, and he's going forward, and he's like, I'm going to keep going no matter what. And he feels, I think, very vulnerable. And I don't know, I still feel all these things at once. You know, I always want to, kind of support and help him through things, but or give him advice or something. I don't think he wants that from me, or maybe you guys, but, you know.
Well, yeah, for sure. Well, it's what I said. I feel like he's always like a hair off of like the spin where it could be perfect. You know, you put somebody that I thought was very interesting in this documentary as a fan. And she's a fan of his that says, she goes, no, man, he goes out there and does his thing, whatever, he's doing what he loves. She goes, yeah, look, she goes, I'm a fan. I mean, I listen to this song, half the songs, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? She goes, but fuck you, you're a hater. If like you're just coming at him like they hate his guts. And I was like, that's exactly. But if he tapped into that, like if his music was like, I don't know, man, I just love it. I love Michael Jackson. I love the thing, you know, I love performing. It's fun for me. The problem is he's grandiose. So everything's the biggest project in the world. It's important. You know what I mean? Everything's important versus like, yeah, and then people would kind of go see, it's like, oh, you ever go see like the Chaos? It's a Corey Feldman show versus he's trying to go, this is like Beatles level, like important to the world.
But even that, I think, is part of what's enticing about it. So I don't know that you want to take anything away from it, right? Like all the layers are part of it, and what makes him, I think, amazing to watch. So if you took any part of it away, I think it becomes a little bit more snoozy. Absolutely. So, but I have to tell you, I was thinking about this the other day, about the first time I was standing in this RV with my camera on a stick, as per my mention, and I said, "What do you see when you look out there? What do you see when you look at the crowd?" And he said, "The first thing I see is people mocking me or people making fun of me or something." And I did not know that he saw that. Yeah. And it broke my heart, and it was a revelation, and it kind of like opened up a new world to me, because we don't know what other people are thinking and feeling, but I didn't know that he saw that. And it kind of gave me a new level of, I don't know, it just opened up a new world to me of what might be going on there, and a new hope for what he could embrace and kind of make.
Well, don't you think that people were showing up to this at the beginning where, oh, this is going to be great?
I don't think so.
Do you think that there were people like, this is going to be great, and then when it was live, it was like, what the fuck is going on?
I think everybody was there. I think there are people,
and I think now, like, it's come full circle where people go to see. We went to see him at Louisville, and people were there to see him do his thing. Now we get him.
Yeah.
people
you
understand.
want to see him play guitar knowing he doesn't know how to play the guitar.
I think everything is represented. That's my interpretation. I think there are people that go. I think there are true Corey fans for sure that really are just into it no matter what. I think there are people that love the irony of it, and I also think there are tons of people that go
to hate it.
To hate it and get shifted around and are enjoying it in a way that they didn't know that they would.
When I went and saw him in my brain, I'm like, this is gonna suck. By the end of it, he was touching people in the crowd over here, and I ran
tried to make
go
it over there
and touch Corey.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
I was like,
security stunk because you could touch him. That shouldn't have been the case. You shouldn't have been able to touch him. But he, that's what I'm saying. But again, it's. You're right. If you change anything, he's not him.
Right.
But I'm almost talking about like the human being that you feel is like fractured in there. Like you do feel like if he just like got it a little bit more, it would almost like save his own psyche. Because again, I think by the end of the documentary, you start hearing like a psychosis almost of like paranoia. I mean, again, one of my hardest laughs, and I know they're not necessarily maybe supposed to, I mean, they are those to some degree. He's on the phone at one point, I think it's before the Today Show. And he's kind of pacing around. He's on the phone talking to someone. He's given like, well, I got to do a tour. We got 8 days left and my band's all leaving. I got this problem and I got this problem over there. He goes, and then, I'm doing the Today Show and the rest. And also, I almost got murdered twice today.
Right.
I was hit by 2 trucks.
He goes, that's concept. That's one. That's first thing on the list of the phone call. Every phone call you're on. He's like vaping and he's like, I don't know, we still have to figure out where we're going to get dinner. And I was almost murdered twice.
There's always that layer going on. But I think to take away a layer definitely would detract. But I don't know. I definitely think that the layer of people mocking him is harmful. Like, I don't think anybody wants to be mocked in this world. It's this weird depersonalization.
But you can't
get
away from it.
You're right. You can't get away from it.
He was famous back when fame was protected and sheltered, and publicists had the narrative, and they did all that. That's gone. You're getting attacked. Anything you do, no matter how great you are. Tom Hardy gets attacked. Even the people you think would have.
Damn, you love Tom Hardy.
I fucking love him so much.
I wouldn't have come here if I'd known we were going to talk about Tom Hardy.
You don't like Tom Hardy?
I'm just kidding. I don't even really know what you're talking about.
That's the next argument. Tom Hardy versus the world. Wait do you see what a monster he is?
Bring up Kelly Clarkson. I'll jump over the stage.
There's a brief shot of Kelly Clarkson in the movie. There's a little Easter egg for you.
Shut your mouth.
Oh boy, now you have to watch it again.
When?
I'm not going to tell you. You can go find it.
She's got to be at the Today Show.
I'm saying nothing more about it. Anyway, go back to what you were. Go back to your astute point.
When she came on because I didn't want you to get excited at my house.
Why would you fucking hide that from me?
Because I don't want you to get hard in front of my dog.
Again? I already got reprimanded for that before.
Are you happy? I said it now.
Bobby, back to your astute point.
Thank you for using the word astute, by the way.
Twice, yeah, that's right.
And 3 times with me. But no, but I think he's from this fame where that's the way fame was, and he never made the transition into new fame.
Yes.
Where it's out there, and you can't, if you don't like it, don't look at it. You can't have both. You're not going to be able to get all the accolades and think your shit's not going to be in there. You can't get the accolades and not the horse shit too.
Right.
And he takes it so personal.
Yeah.
And he forget all the accolades. Forget the people that are actually showing up at these gigs that do love him, right? He just takes all the shit.
Yeah.
And soaks that in. And that actually, I think, makes him even crazier to somehow prove people wrong. It's like you're not going to. You
can never do that. You can never prove everybody wrong or any of that.
I've been trying to do it here for 2.5 years.
I bet you have. No, I think, and you see, I mean, I really love the scene that I remember when I worked very closely with our editor, Adam Franklin, but sometimes he would just kind of bring me the skeleton of a scene, and he put together the scene in Omaha at this pub called Maloney's, which that scene really kills me. But you see his fans and part of what his fans mean to him, and there is so much love out there. There's so much, but it's always going to come with the other side of things. It's always going to be this flip side.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Well, I was going to say, he never seemed to, so funny on that timing when we went to the show in New York here, his birthday show, where he announced he was going to be playing not 2.5 hours, but 3 full hours. The place not getting excited about that except for us. And Dan Soder, my partner on the radio show at the time, goes, no, I'm not staying for that. I go, you're staying for every goddamn second of it. We're not leaving until this thing's over. And then one of our friends, I guess, when Corey found out he was there, didn't know we were there, but the person we were with found out he was there. He wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
So, and he was telling us, like, it's interesting to hear the thing because the documentary shows this a lot. And it's really sort of a side you definitely didn't see in the 2 Coreys or a lot of the stuff he does. And he was just like, it's unchecked child star like thing. It's like that. And he said he watched him do it. He doesn't even realize he's doing it. He said they came out and you were there for it. So they brought him a birthday cake. It was, remember, we waited for him downstairs.
Yep.
Came out with a birthday cake for him. And they sang them. He blew out the candles. And then someone started cutting the cake. And he, like, pitched a fit almost. He was just kind of like got mad. He's like, what? No, we're not supposed to cut. It's like this, and I think the documentary shows a lot of that. You're not going to the hotel without me. No one can go to the hotel without me. What do you? And it's just, I said, but also to give, like I said, when I watch things like that, especially performing, because we travel and perform a lot too, and sometimes you got to keep people kind of organized and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I did feel that thing where, like, he feels it's so important, and someone's like, yeah, I went to go get lunch, and it's like, but we have a meeting now.
Yeah.
I see both sides, but I also see it's like, hey man, relax. Like,
I hear you. I felt that on the road. I mean, he has a lot of people around him that really want to be there, really love him, want to be in his world and kind of support the structure of that world, and will kind of do anything to be there. But I hear you if something's sort of unreasonable or whatnot, I don't think there's a lot of room to negotiate there. If somebody, how it is, if somebody has an idea of how they want their world to be and you're on their trajectory, then that's it. So,
but the show being like the girl being like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He's like, that's not, we're having a meeting right now. And she's like, yeah, I just have to pee though. So
I love that moment so much.
And it's like, but you, yeah, well, I got to say my new favorite, and I liked it. It's been, it's from directly from the movie, which is, so I could say it, is the clip pulled. Mm-hmm. I showed our friend last night. It's him doing, I'm like, could you imagine if you already really don't know your instrument well, right? You're picked up basically because you're a girl who's willing to go along with this goofy thing. And also you get like the novelty of it and the whatever. We've talked to Jezebel. She's like, yeah, like you're going to go hang with Corey Feldman for a while. Why not? But Margot, the first girl to kind of come out negatively against him afterwards, she's a musician. She plays music really well. And having to sit there and like take seriously when he's going to a girl who doesn't know how to play the guitar, and he's going like, come on, he goes, now I need you at this point to go, skiddly bitty ball with it winds, it's blue, woo, woo. And then they go, dan, 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 and then you come in with squee, swally, wally, wally. Like, yeah, that's a crazy thing. And then she's like trying to do it, and he's like, now you're getting it.
Do you know who used to do that? Crazy. You know where he got that from? Michael Jackson used to do that.
Right, because he didn't know how to play music.
He didn't know how to play music, but when Michael did it, it was like...
He's working with trained mega musicians that have been provided to him by a company, the best people in the world.
And this girl learned the bass a week ago.
Yeah, he sang it to George Harrison.
Yeah.
He sang it to like a girl who's like... And I always thought the quantifying the thing as like this project, the thing versus having like hot girls in underwear around them was always kind of ridiculous. Instead of and again, that's where I start getting the thing. It's like, where does he believe and what does he not believe? Because I said I've heard enough things to hear he's got a childlike thing to him still. He never kind of grew out of that. But just like they show him on Sway in the morning here, and he's like, it's just beautiful women walking around half naked, and they also are beautiful inside. Like, wow. It's like, why do people not get it? Like, why do they keep saying they're like fuck orgies? Like, because everyone's naked and three-way kissing? Like, what is it? The mounting evidence? What is the thing everyone's saying this for? And again, like, if he was just like, and that's why I think the documentary, if there's anything exposes, which I didn't know as much outside of the wife swap thing that kind of came, a thing at the time, but we were more like fans of all the goofy shit he was doing, so we paid attention to that. I thought that. We also know enough about TV to know that it is massaged by producers and what it is you have to do. But he was willing to let himself be seen as the guy, and then seeing that in real life he was trying to like quietly live like a Hugh Hefner life, on this thing, but like because he's like providing it, but he doesn't provide the service of Playboy.
Yeah, he doesn't have the grotto
at all.
He doesn't have a fucking pool.
I agreed to those wedding vows. When we met at the Playboy Mansion, I had no idea. God damn it, man! Don't leave that out. Not one person who you proofread that to was like. Maybe you can just say this. When we met, it's fine.
I think that's his problem too. He doesn't have anybody around him going, "Hey, dude, fucking stop that." That's
I think he gets rid of them right away. Or his brother. I know his brother and them that we followed when they went on the celebrity boot camp, which I believe was after the tours and everything.
Yeah. It was.
And it's the thing, like he doesn't seem as like tortured by the history.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a different trajectory for sure, Eden. And I think he's great in the film. I mean, there were more deleted scenes that are not in there, but he was fantastic. He was just, another person along for the ride. I mean, a lot of these folks were just along for the ride.
I think he has a lot of sympathy for his brother in a weird way. He really seems to, at least.
Yeah, I think he just had a different, he had a different trajectory where he chose not to do as much acting. I think he did some commercials and things, when he was younger, and then was like, I don't think I want to, pursue this as much. So, but I think his reflections are so important and, carry a lot of weight because he was there, he obviously, they have an age difference, but obviously he was close to the middle.
Even when he was at, he's yelling at him to put a laser up on the hang it for, he's like, we can't. He's like, we need it.
And he goes,
you're at Mahoney's You're at Mahoney's pubs. Yeah, they're not going to hang something from the ceiling, man.
House rules, my man.
He is very direct. Whereas the other folks, I think, don't feel that they can go up against the boss. Which is how we all are in those circumstances. We're not going to fight.
Well, I was telling Jay that I was watching this in a different perspective. Because I've been on this tour.
He was Dane's Angels.
I was a Dangel.
Dane Cook's Angels.
I did a bus tour.
You remember Dane Cook from the early aughts?
I think we all do.
But when you're the guy, and your name is. I remember even the dude we're doing a bus tour. Our names are going to be on the bus, and we were like. I remember we were all in the parking lot waiting for the bus to show up. And when it pulled up, it just said Dane Cook's Tourgasm. And it was huge. It was massive. And I said, where's our names? Because it was supposed to be this thing for all of us. And then 3 days into the tour, he goes, guys, I got something to show you. And I remember we had a blind, we're all like, it's like me, Gary Gulman, and Jay Davis.
The exhaust pipes.
He goes, come on. We had a blindfold, like close our eyes. We're walking. Well, what, dude? We're tired. And then we get to the back of the bus, and just small letters. It said his name again, and then Bobby Kelly, Gary Gulman, and Jay Davis on the back of the bus in the smallest letter possible.
There should have been a picture of him holding the three of you in his hand. I love that. Angels.
But he was like, see, guys, your name's on the bus. We're like, yeah, but it's on the fucking, you know what I mean? But you can't say that. You're kind of stuck in this.
He's like, now, Bobby, play bass guitar. I don't know how to play bass guitar, dude.
They did play. I mean, he gave the girls stage time. It's just, in a film like this, it gets very boring very quick watching, a bunch of songs being played. But like the girl you were talking about, Brittany Page, actually is a guitarist, and she's gotten a lot better. So, we'll check her out.
I'm even saying for her, like, if you played guitar.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, totally.
At the age, she's in her early 20s, this girl. And he goes, swiggly, swiggly, squaw, wah, wah,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
She's like, I don't know what the fuck you are talking about.
Totally.
Look at him like a crooked head dog. Like, what?
She's like, what are we doing?
So funny when you see the concert, she doesn't do it.
I don't blame
the
Angels for any of the things they've done at all. Like,
I hear you.
Even down to like, whatever they people can say all kinds of things that's going on. I thought that was an interesting thing. To see, because I assume you're always behind the camera.
I am. Yeah, there's my producer and kind of partner on this, Star Rosencrantz, filmed a couple of really important scenes when I wasn't in town. But other than that, it is me.
Well, I was wondering who was back there for particular. I thought another interesting thing.
Ixnay on the camera, eh?
Oh yeah, you. That is always me. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a very personality indicative thing too, and you left it in there was like him stealing the moment from her father coming. Her father comes, she's hyper emotional about it. They're trying to have a conversation about it, and he's just like, tell you a little bit of my childhood. He's like, he almost like talking to speak over them while they're like having a real thing about. I'm like, can you just let them have their moment? He's like, my dad would have showed up on tour to give me a punch in the cock and fucking, and to tell me that I'm a loser. You're like, all right, man, just let them have their moment.
That moment is incredible. I think that to me that speaks so much of something where it's about, the story is about him, and he was, he's taking a moment to tell you the story that's about him. But I think to the outside eye, you're like, okay, you're jumping in here to tell your narrative, and it's all of these things at once, I think the thing I am proudest about, honestly, about this movie is that it is, every moment of it to me just has all of these things in it where you're just like, I get the depth of what's going on here with this person, and also it's absurd, and also there's like something funny and sad in every moment of this thing.
Yeah. If I had to go to the core of him, again, all you could work on is theory, but just like by all the evidence he's given of it. Just what I find interesting about, and and you go through him, like the time where he's saying, all right, I'm going to come forward and tell these names. I think a lot of the hate he gets in that too is, I've said this 1,000 different ways. He keeps going like, me and Corey Haim were molested and raped and whatever in Hollywood by these people, and you go, wow, I think most people go, like, I'm listening. Okay. What the hell happened? And he goes, so Corey Haim got raped by this guy and fucked by this guy. And then I think the most he's ever given on his own thing is they go, what about, if I goes, hey, do you have anything about you? Or are you just telling the stories of a guy who's gone now? And then he'll be like, yeah, I think a guy tried to suck my dick once, maybe. I don't know. And he kind of like, so it's like he's so happy, not happy even, but like willing to just keep telling every detail of like Corey Haim stuff. He gives nothing about himself, which I think is very like, you'd have more people on your team if you would tell you just keep telling somebody else's story. And his mother, I'm sure is like, Corey Haim's mother is like, this guy's kid's awful.
It was weird when he said, and you put the guy's photo in there when he was like, hey man, just get me a guy. And he was like, I know this one guy. He's kind of not that good looking.
He puts that in the movie he made. The movie he actually did, not the documentary. He made the Tale of Two Corys.
You had the photo of the guy. It just shows a quick photo of this guy going, like, just looks like a pedophile. He's like, cool.
It was a chaperone.
Yeah.
Marty Wise?
Yeah, that's him.
Yes.
And it just goes to him, and then it goes, bring him over. Who cares?
Dominic Brasha. Yeah, I think that whole realm is infinitely complex, and I think that's the most we get to here, is that you see that it is just full of extraordinarily deep emotion that I think none of us are ever going to understand or get to.
No.
It's a time, there's footage in there where Corey Haim's being photographed in the decades and decades ago in this way that feels like, I don't know, would we do this now? Maybe we would, like a young person being photographed and objectified in this way where you're like, what is
I had
going
my
on?
girlfriend's mother one time photograph me in a hard hat and a half shirt and sweatpants.
Sounds
for
comparable.
what?
Great.
I don't know. I didn't show you those
8th
photos.
grade calendar?
My mother got she bought me all these outfits, and then she was like, I want to take photos. And it's me in front of all like Scott Baio, Matt Dillon, and just me with a hard hat.
Very hard. Yeah.
I think her mom wanted to bang me.
Well, I thought that
but you're right, though. I remember those magazines when I was younger, like Tiger Beat and stuff, and Bop.
It was okay.
Yeah,
it
was being objectified.
Well, it was funny. They didn't really do so much the girls. It seemed like it was teeny bopper enough that it would be like Alyssa Milano and like like a jean jacket and like smiling,
right.
But it would be like a wet Corey Haim, like like with his shirt off or like a thing
to Bobby's point of the way that fame operated then. The amount of attention. I gotta say, Justine Bateman writes about fame in this time because she was mega famous. When there were 3 TV channels.
Sure.
And I think it's just impossible to frickin' imagine what that would be like when you have this machine behind you that we don't have. We just don't have it now because everybody's doing their own.
And those people, when I remember seeing things like just like treating a limo guy shitty. I was in the car one night. It's like, hey, can you turn the AC on? It's too hot. It's too cold. Make it a little warmer. Make it a little hotter. Can you change the radio station? Not that one. This one. Change it back. And this guy's like, what the fuck is happening right now? It's like, like I've gotten to a limo. I just sit there and I get to where I'm going. I say, thank you. I hand the guy 20 and then not even tip the guy and like, go through all this. But it's almost like that's what fame is. When you're that famous, you get to control other people and how they do it. And when you have that for so long, to let that go, you'll try to find it on a smaller scale. And I think kind of that's what he was finding it on the smaller scale with these girls, you know, and he didn't have all the house or the fame or the car. He had it, and he got them to start this band just to keep that I am the star, I'm the guy,
but I think,
type thing.
But isn't that level of fame like what he has? Corey Feldman is kind of like that. Someone's going to take care of it. You know what I mean? It's almost like he never had to really overthink about tipping because he wasn't really the guy laying down. It's like, you know, some big guy was supposed to watch him, like make sure he's whatever. Or they just take care of it for him so he doesn't have a bad name around town. And then when you lose that, they seem like, you know what I mean? Like they don't even know how the world works. Like they're so lost in the world. I mean, to not see, like, you know, it's the wife swap thing I always go back to too. Because like I know he did it, you know, and it's massaged by things, but he's willing to let himself be seen in that light. Like he doesn't see why it looks ridiculous to yell at 4 girls wearing angel wings and
I don't know if that's
lingerie.
True. I don't know, and I feel like I should know a certain answer at this point, but I don't think we can say that he doesn't know. I mean, I think he understands the idea of building a narrative around himself, the idea of controlling a narrative, and I certainly know that he understands the image of having, you know, beautiful women around. I mean, he's not, you know.
But do you think he gets like I feel like he thinks he's getting like the tough life, dude, for him when he's going like, oh my God, trying to control these 4 half-naked girls. I mean, could you imagine? He thinks the world's going like, sounds like a nightmare, dude. Good luck with that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he has like the...
I don't know exactly what he's thinking for sure, but I think there's more depth there for sure in the awareness, but I hear you. I don't, you know, it's maybe we're not on the exact same page together, and there could be an expansion of understanding that would benefit him. Like, you know, I'm always rooting for that. Like, I'm just always rooting for.
Yeah, me too. Well, he did it. He gave it. I think somebody. Somebody I said on the one thing. I was like, does this guy listen to me? For like the first time ever, he listened because he did one interview, and it was after I think somebody in his world got to him and was like, hey man. Fred Durst is making fun of you. He's not like, you know what I mean? It's like, this isn't just like a gift of like, I love Corey Feldman, I want to hang out with Corey Feldman. He gets the joke of this, you know what I mean? And he's putting out there. And so when he was doing the guitar solo, if you remember this thing that was happening.
Yeah, of course.
The ridiculous guitar solo. He finally did an interview and he mentioned it. Like he brought it up almost to get to the subject. He was like, yeah, it's like everybody with that guitar solo. Like, I can't play the guitar. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's the worst guitar solo in the world. He goes, of course, that's what's funny. He's like, isn't that what's
But that's
funny?
all. But it's like, all he has to do.
No, that's all he could have to do across the board with everything. And the thing is, he doesn't, because I feel like someone in that one got to him and goes, Corey, it's just obvious you don't know how to play the guitar. And he goes, to me, I think it's more like he spun it to that.
Right.
Versus it really being that. If it was like, to me, if you were like, buddy, I'm famous enough that I'm going to go out there and just punch a guitar and then people are going to go, yeah. Like, he's not doing, he's like, something in him. That's actually where I wonder where like the character and the human being like starts and stops.
Yes.
Because like you do know going in, I don't understand how the guitar works. And then going for it and just strumming and just doing anything with your hands, going crazy with it is kind of funny. I can make noise with it and whatever, but he's like, maybe I can make them think I know. That's what I'm saying. It's hard, hard to guess.
Absolutely. And then I think there's an element where this is like high art, where
maybe.
you think the fact that we are talking about this forever, and honestly, in my mind right now, I have the Today Show dance moves, and I'm like, there's just nothing like that out in the world. You know,
it starts with ballet
moves, and then that video. You know, at the beginning of his shows where it says original dance moves and, you know, all that stuff. I mean, like, it is so good and so incredible. And you just think we will be in this spin of asking these questions forever. And that is extraordinary. Well, I don't have the answers.
There's a moment in the Tonight Show when they're saying they're going to bring up Charlie Sheen's name.
Mm.
And there's a moment on the Today Show. And there's a moment where he's like, well, that's going to cost you more money. Where I'm like, well, that's fucking pretty business of you. You know, like
I kind of missed that the first time around when I watched it with you. Same time, and Christine, you said you recognized the first time, but I didn't notice that. Where it was like, I mean, if you're gonna make me risk my life, you got to come up with a little more spread. It seems like something you're pretty defined on. Like
that's pretty.
I will do this.
That's
or I
coherent.
Won't do this.
Like I'm in. Okay, you want me to go that? If you're gonna do that, that's gonna cost you more money.
And then the wife going like, well, we'll just take it over to just like such a hardball move. It's like the subject is so much bigger than just him. So it's like, to make it about like, are you going to give me a little more money? That was a bad look. The wife, Courtney, I have such mixed, because we watched him on the Celebrity Boot Camp show. Again, reality show doesn't mean much of anything. But on the thing, I mean, you do like in the comedy sense of the show, you have a couple moments of her really looking silly, of doing a couple things that are, I mean, they're world-class goodies. I mean, no, I don't know what a Lolita is. I mean, is the headline of the trailer, and then her. That was when she's reading. Is it Mara's letter? Mm-hmm. And he goes, I can't even read. I don't even want to read this anymore. And then she goes, we don't ask her to party. And he goes, did not enjoy the things I was being asked to be a party to. And she's like, whatever. And she just goes back to like clanking her bowl. Or
not for nothing. I probably would have made the same mistake.
I'm not judging her. I'm just saying those are great. Oh, listen, a lot of the comedy on the show is Bobby doing that exact thing. That thing.
There, one of my favorite moments is Mara Moon and her, this hard cut in the movie. And she says, I've never played electric bass in my life. And her face is so amazing. And, the Courtney has not been able to come to any screenings or anything like that, but Mara and Brittany and Margot, Marissa, Jackie have come to screenings and been so. Darcy has come along and seen the women. She hasn't, and she did come actually. Sorry, she did come to the premiere, and she didn't come out for the Q&A, which is totally fine.
For anyone who didn't see it yet, Darcy is, and again, this for all the things I know about Corey, I didn't know there was like a third girlfriend thing. That's why it kind of got me on the Hugh Hefner, like he wants to have multiple girlfriends. But I thought she was one of the most like, to him at least, like punishing reveals at the end of it.
I mean, she's extraordinary, and thankfully she's gotten so much support, and she just went through such a transformation. You just see it in her face. She just went through something in her life, and you can just really see it in her. I think all these women had,
they're young, so young.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are very young. Did something that was, they embarked on something that was going to be an adventure and something interesting in their lives, and all went through something really different, and they have all embraced this experience, and even the really, funny moments that, I feel like we all have to embrace in life. When I think about these moments of myself doing this thing, like making this movie all the time, that life is just like that. That life is it just has these moments constantly. They actually help me live through life, honestly, like looking at myself from above and being like, oh my God, this is so unreal and ridiculous. It's like everything is a Charlie Kaufman movie or something. It just helps me.
Well, I give, the girls in the idea, I understand why they would join the band. I understand the opportunity. You're working with a former like child star whose name's out there already, so there's going to be people at the shows for a reason. I understand them doing it, though. I do think it was funny, though, but I do feel like, do you feel like at the beginning of it more like they were drinking the Kool-Aid more? Because like they're defensive of him at a time in the beginning, and then when they kind of get some perspective when they leave, which again is an age thing, it doesn't not make sense that Margot she's the oldest one by far. Right. She said that she was the first one to be like, yeah, this is.
Well, there's always a tour, like even on the thing I did. There's always a
Dangel.
When I was a Dangel, there's always
Cooking his angels.
There's always a kind of mutiny thing that starts to happen. I mean, being on the road is tough. Being on a bus is tough. Doing all that stuff is tough. And there starts the gossip happens. And you're seeing all this. It's not a lot of it in the documentary, but was there a moment where you realized, oh, this is getting fucked up a little bit? Like they're talking behind his back. They're trying to figure things out. Everybody goes into it with this, let's go rock and roll. And then a couple of days in, or 3 or 4 days in, a weekend, you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
There's never any one moment at all, but to your point, I mean, obviously this is way easier to look back on, right? Sure. And you can see in their faces, I think, you see a difference with everybody, how they kind of changed and transformed. But I do think you see them. I mean, there are things they say in the beginning where they're very hopeful and they're kind of just making the best of things, and then you just see the trajectory of it. I mean, that is it. You see how different people change their minds on things and realize maybe it's not something they want to be doing, or that however they go through it. Everybody in their own way. So just tried to put all of those, as many of those kind of voices in there and different perspectives and journeys as possible that I was able to capture anyway.
Were the Angels allowed to be in the meet and greet line, or was it just Corey?
The meet and greet line was just Corey, but I think that is because the fans wanted to meet Corey. I mean, I think people came out to see Corey. I don't think that was
the Angels didn't have like a thing of their own, like promoting their own thing, or were they allowed? Like, you know what I mean?
It wasn't that I don't think that it was that they weren't allowed to. I think they very much had. I mean, they would play their own songs and they did their own thing. So I don't think it was like they were somehow prohibited from from doing that. But yeah, I think
one of the things we always said from the first time we went to the show at the Highline Ballroom, because by then I don't know if that was across the whole tour, but the girl that came in late in the game, Jimena. She's a mega talent. She opened the show like a solo performance. She played like 20 minutes by herself, and she was so good.
Yeah, she's insane.
Oh, is this what we posted? Oh, yeah, she was.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Koina.
Oh, it's a different person.
That's a different person, but
who was open? Oh, I thought that was the same because she could play.
Yeah, that.
And she's now in the Iron Maidens, which I've seen her before.
Jimena was a guitarist who replaced Brittany, who you see get removed from the band, and then Jimena replaces her, and Jimena just shreds. I love that opening of Jimena where you just like on stage with her. And yeah, she's just incredible, and she's still out there doing her thing. I mean, she was professional then; she's professional now. Amazing.
Do you?
There she is. Look, we have her solo. This is her, right?
Which is her solo? Yeah.
Yeah. We were so impressed by the band.
We're almost like it's like at a time that he has. Well, Cordy was, he's trying to get her a gig. We have to take a break. Oh. Do you have to go anywhere at all? Can you hang out for a bit?
I'm here.
Okay, good. We have to take a commercial break. They make us do that here. Bobby, where are you going to be this weekend? Let's just do this weekend.
I'm not going to be anywhere I'm going to be in Sarasota in January. I'm not working until January, so just go to punchup.live/Robert Kelly for my dates for the rest of the year. Starting in January, I'll be at McCurdy's in Sarasota.
I'm in Irvine, California this Thursday through Saturday at the Improv? Yeah, Irvine Improv. And then Milwaukee Improv New Year's Eve through New Year's Eve weekend. And of course, can you bring up our guest plugs, please? I know the name of the documentary, but I want to make sure I have the thing right. CoreyFilm.com. Correct. Marcy Humes. Corey Feldman versus the World, available right now at Corey Film. We'll come back and talk more of the doc. So many more questions. We'll be right back with Marcy. It's the Bonfire. Get up off the ground and...
The holidays here. Steven Singer, the I Hate Steven Singer guy, has the number one gift for Christmas. Real natural diamond stud earrings. Everybody knows golden diamond prices are at the highest price in history. Lucky for you, Steven Singer has locked in his diamond studs at the old price. His Anita diamond studs still start at just $298. All at the same perfect price as last year. Same incredible value. There's no better time to get a pair of diamond stud from Steven Singer Jewelers. This can't last forever. Each pair is a flawless, near colorless, beautiful stuff. Please. Please, stop looking at me, Jay.
What?
Plus, the Steven's full lifetime trade-in. You can trade in your studs anytime. Get exactly what you paid for them. Even a larger pair. Whoa, what?
Whoa.
Visit his showroom in Philly, still at the other corner of 8th and Walnut, or his brand new store location, in the Village at Newton, next to the Capitol Grill, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's fast and free shipping to arrive in time for Christmas. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hey, are you ready to see more of the world this holiday season? Let Gate One Travel be your guide to unforgettable experiences across the globe. For over 40 years, Gate One has helped travelers discover the world through expertly crafted escorted tours, river cruises, and all-in-one vacation packages. From flights and hotels to meals and transportation, everything is taken care of so you can focus on what matters most, the adventure. Explore Europe's classic charm or journey into the colorful traditions. Colorful's a hard one for me.
Hard one for
Whatever
me.
my speech impediment is, that one's tough for me. Colorful.
Colorful.
On the other one, we have to say colorless. That's hard. colorful traditions, and diverse cultures of Asia. I'm back, all with the insight of local expert guides who bring every destination to life. With hundreds of travel packages to choose from, your perfect getaway is just a click away. Book now and you can save 20% on all escorted tours and river cruises when you book at gate1travel.com using promo code GIFT20. That's GIFT, GIFT 20 for 20% off. Give yourself the gift of adventure this holiday season and book today at gate1travel.com to see more of the world for less. Is Jacob hitting on Marcy? What's happening? You exchanging numbers, you creep? Don't hit on our guest.
He's showing him
this
pictures.
offer expires. Wait,
this is uncomfortable.
Am I C-blocking? This offer expires December 30th, 2025. It's going to happen. They're kissing.
No, they're not. She called you dumb.
She was right.
It's the best time of the year. And some of the most exciting games are right around the corner, like the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. On Prize Picks, you simply pick 2 or more players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and watch your lineups light up like the holidays. What's super exciting is that Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes, so you don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code 103 and get 50 instantly in lineups when you play 5. That's code 103 on Prize Picks to get 50 instantly in lineups when you play 5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in lineups just for playing, guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
It's Sam Roberts Show.
The newest trend online is having like masculine men call their guy friends to say goodnight.
What up, big? I was just calling to tell you good night, man. Yeah. No, I was just calling to tell you nighty-night. Sleep tight.
There's going to be some violence that breaks out because of a good night call.
It's Sam Roberts Show. Weekday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern on Channel 103. Or listen anytime with the SiriusXM app.
Leave the noise and the chaos of the holidays behind and escape to a channel filled with cozy piano, string and horn versions of your holiday favorites. Set the mood for a stress-free season with SiriusXM Holiday Instrumentals. Now through Christmas Day on the SiriusXM app, along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials.
If you need extra cash this holiday season, WeFixMoney.com could help you get up to $5,000, sometimes the same day. WeFixMoney.com has helped customers get emergency cash for 17 years and is rated A by the Better Business Bureau. If you need money for gifts, bills, childcare, or anything else this holiday season, go to WeFixMoney.com. It's free to use, available 24/7, and you're not required to accept any loan offer. Go to the website you can trust, WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com.
Pure opportunity. It's what Michigan is all about. The opportunity to do more. The opportunity to connect with the best talent. The opportunity for people of all backgrounds to grow and expand their business. The opportunity to live and work in a state where paychecks go further. The opportunity is now, and it's right here in Michigan. Visit MichiganBusiness.org to discover all the ways the Michigan Economic Development Corporation can help your business thrive.
Imagine feeling younger, sharper, full of energy. At Bespoke Biologics, we're using stem cells to fight the aging process. And patients like Dr. Belinda Torres from Ohio are loving the results.
The energy I feel, I'm just hopping out of bed and I'm waking up earlier, and not just waking up earlier, but waking up refreshed and ready to go for the day.
The medical team at Bespoke Biologics uses a proprietary line of stem cells to treat a variety of health conditions, from heart disease to Alzheimer's. But they're also treating people who just want to look and feel younger.
I'm able to focus more, able to read longer, and really not have to reread things. I'm falling asleep earlier, which I've never even done with all the sleeping aids I've tried.
Schedule your introductory telemedicine consultation now and ask about financing options.
I highly recommend everyone to go through this wonderful experience at Bespoke Biologics.
Call 888-326-STEM. That's 888-326-STEM. 888-326-STEM. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA SDA.
Last year, over 2 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. We have recovered billions in settlements and verdicts over the years. We have never taken a fee unless we've won the case. You can hire the largest personal injury law firm in the world as your personal lawyer for free unless and until we recover for you. When life changes, clients choose us. When results matter, clients choose us. When the stakes are high with just one shot, clients choose us. So who are our clients? They're people just like you. People who share our values, hopes, dreams. People who believe that dignity is a God-given right. People who fight for a better tomorrow for their families and their children. And when they needed a personal injury lawyer, who did they choose? Who would you choose in your time of need? Injured? Choose the injury law firm Ronnie Munn chose. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
And now back to the bonfire with Big J Oak.
Be with me forever.
No, stop it.
No. Was there...
You're a monster.
Because we were talking off air about like the fame thing. Because like he does come from that where he was a little king, a little prince.
Yeah.
But fame is such a weird thing. I was saying like I went to LA for pilot season. I got a pilot and it was called Adrenaline Run. And it was Frank Lupa, the guy who invented A-Team and Hunter, years after.
And you always said you were the next Fred Dreyer.
But
that's who played TV's Hunter.
But I know.
Wow. Great facts. Thank you. So
he's full of them. But the thing, what happens with fame is that you go from a nobody to a somebody. I booked the gig. I remember they were giving me the numbers. It was like $9,000. Then it went to 15. I'm like, I don't even understand this. Yeah. And then I showed up on the day and I sat out on the curb because I didn't. And the lady was like, "Is there something wrong with your trailer?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "That's your trailer." They had
You didn't know what was going on.
They had my name from the show in it. I thought it was some guy named Gary or whatever my name was. So I was like, no, I was just smoking a cigarette. I went in and I was like magical. But 3 days into having fame, in my brain, I remember we had a day off. I was walking in the mall. We're shooting a pilot, and I literally pulled my cap down because I didn't want people to recognize me.
Yeah, from the pilot, no one has still ever seen.
The only people that would have recognized me was the key grip.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, dude,
it's Bobby Kelly. We did a show together. It didn't get picked up. Hey, Bobby!
Yeah. Another pilot that's just in the trash can.
So I couldn't imagine having hit movie after hit movie, having that much fame, and then to let that go, you know what I mean? Like that type of fame fucks with you in a different way. You're different than other people. Even walking to the mall, I'm like, people are going, I had to walk incognito. I wasn't even shit. Well, I still haven't made it.
But isn't what a Corey Feldman have though is like, he will never lose he's not going to have the girls screaming teenage excitement of it.
Yeah.
But all through his 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50, he goes into a mall. People know who he is.
Yeah.
And he might get some. I mean, he'll probably get more positive than negative, even like in regards to being that kind of famous. But what I think is interesting, also, we didn't talk about this yet, is when your pockets aren't matching that. Because that was the other thing too. He's presenting a lifestyle, and I didn't know this until I guess really watching the documentary and seeing more. Even he's given the side of his home a little bit. When they did the wife swap, I don't know if it was the same place. Jezebel told us they were evicted from places within the time that they were like doing the Angels project from places. But the house, while I know it's in the hills, it's pretty modest for what it is. I mean, they're practicing in his living room. That's like a regular. Do you know what I mean? Because I said he doesn't have that Goonies money anymore. I'm sure a lot of that's him being fucked over, him spending frivolously. I'm sure, and also thinking maybe it's never going to end, and then business dries up.
But I think that, I mean, I'm so with you. That's why, really early on in the movie, we talk about that, or, we put in him talking about being famous from the age of 3, because I just don't think we could possibly wrap our heads around that and establishing a relationship with the world based on that. But I don't know how do you learn to satisfy yourself and what you need then from the world to feel like I'm good, I got this. You see him getting so much love, and I agree with you. I think he will always have tremendous love from people. You just see his face and you have this connection. I think people all over the world have this deep connection with
Lost Boys is still in my top like 10 movies. Legitimately, I watched it so much. I love it. I still think it's great.
Yeah.
I think, and everything that he's in as a kid, up until a teenager, he's great in.
Yeah.
Like he particularly is good.
Right.
Goonies,
I think
Goonies is generational.
Yeah, and Stand By Me. I just think there's a difference. There are different layers here. There's the emotional feedback from from a faceless, sort of essentially faceless audience. And then there's monetizing that and staying alive, which I don't, that's kind of a classic mystery, right? Like people that go through a zenith of fame and then are in the no man's land.
It hurts. I mean, when I did that tour, we were on G5s, and then the end of the tour, I was in Zone 5. And it hurt not having luggage space.
Have had that line. That's a great line.
You know what I mean? Like it hurt. Like I remember waiting in this, and like I was just walking on planes. I could have had a bag of heroin. I mean, it was. And then I'm just waiting for get on this plane. And then I got my bag. There wasn't room for my overhead, and they had to check it at the gate. And I was just standing there, and then I was just holding my tits, trying. It was like fuck. At
least somebody was.
Listen, that's a genuine thing too. Like it's like a bitchiness in yourself that you have to kind of fight. Because I've done that. Like now if I go to like a game or something, I want to go like a Sixers game or something. I'll take my daughter Christine and we'll go and like I'll get good seats to the thing. And now if someone's like, "Hey, want to go to the game with me?" and you go, and it's like if we're in like the seats that they can afford, you're kind of like, "No, it's great." Like you can't help but like kind of have the thing, and you're like, "But who the fuck am I?" Like 85 to 90% of my life, I was in those same shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you kind of have a thing like, we don't have to be here now. So you know, like the things that you thought were like the good upgrades when you were young. So, but I said, I didn't understand first class until I could afford it. You know what I mean? Like first class flying or anything.
Yeah.
He had that. That's just the life he's lived since he was a kid.
Yeah.
He's never been different. So to go back to a thing where it's like exactly now he's like waiting with like 4 girls in angel costumes to get on like Zone 1, like you said.
I think we just learn what satiates us, like, and maybe we don't figure it out until the end of life. But you figure out like, what do I actually need to feel like people love me enough, or like I'm good. And I think we've learned from other people that it's not going to be first class seats. Like we're not at the end of life going to be like, this is what I need to feel that I'm okay. But I do think it's different for everybody, but feeling like you have that foundation in life that you're okay and seen and loved, whatever that is. But I do think fame messes with that in profound ways that you have to then work through as a different layer to really get to people that are for real.
Or chase it. Keep chasing it in any form. And I feel like that's what he's doing. He's trying to get back to where he was, instead of kind of being where he is, because if he
sat on money for a while too, I feel like.
Well,
he kind of like, I think he was not acting for a pretty good chunk of time.
Well, yeah, I love you just making that up. It's so funny. Like I think he sat on a pile of cash.
No.
I'm sorry.
Not sitting on a pile. But I'm saying I think whatever he made, I think he made a decent amount of money as those huge movies when he was a kid.
Yeah, but remember how he got emancipated and how that was all pretty messed up.
Yeah, but so exactly. Also, he starts having to spend tons of money like very young. So as I'm saying, I think but it probably like in his late teens or early 20s, he was probably kind of like, we're coasting. No, we're good. If you're sitting, have a couple $1 million left, even like, but that goes.
Yeah, I think it. I keep saying this, but I just think it was such a different time and such a life that we just can't. We can't even begin to. I mean, there's so many different movies here to be made. I mean, I do think. There have been shows out recently, too, about, child stars and child actors that I think go a little bit around the more cliche story that's, the kind of boring one that we all know. I think there's so many other corners to get into with that kind of stuff that we just, we haven't even begun to.
Well, the fact that, like, when you saw him, there's no AC, his shirt is dirty. He's got a dirty thumbnail.
That really stayed with Bobby. How dirty his fingernails were a lot.
His fingernails, it's like, dude, clean your fingernail. You're on camera. But it's like, he's just a regular He's just a regular
we're
dude.
living on a bus, but yes, I hear you on.
Yeah, he's like a regular.
Well, you see him become like a regular person dealing with a regular thing. You know, the tires, but whatever the thing is on the bus, the AC's out and stuff.
Yeah,
The
that bus was tough.
A star.
Man, if any. The bus driver Wade is an absolute star. That scene just really got
While he's
me.
fixing something, he's like, "I'm out of here pretty soon."
Oh,
I'm only here. His girls begged me to stay. Like they didn't want him to leave, right?
Oh yeah, he developed a really close friendship with most of the girls.
Well, that's
if not
the
all
mutiny
of them.
I was talking about. Like I used to sit up the front with the bus driver all the time, and he would just. He was like fucking this, fucking and that. He would just be like, "Fuck this, I don't need the." And I would just
being a smoker. I had the same thing when I was on tour with the rock bands doing comedy.
I was smoking.
I'd go up to the front and just smoke with the driver all night.
Nice.
And he'll tell you, it's like, yeah, that pyro guy that's back there for, whatever band is like, what a piece of shit.
Think about the behavior that they see. Like they have their own, they have their own realm of behavior that they see, which is like people that are on the road and have the fantasy of the bus. Which I have to say, I've been lucky through documentary making to be in a lot of realms. A lot of like bluefin tuna fishermen and ranchers. This was like there is no fantasy for me ever of a rock tour bus. I was like, this is not.
Well, with the Stones, you'd have a good time.
All right, okay, Bobby. I'm sure that's So let that fantasy live.
Look, they're going to bed by 11:30. You're just going to be on the bus by yourself.
I was like dumping footage and like transcoding footage because back then that was something you had to do.
Our bus driver got mad because we weren't dirty enough. Like he's a rock and roll. He's like, "You guys get on, have tuna fish sandwiches, and play video games. You fucking pussies."
Tuna fish sandwiches. That is inappropriate in a closed space.
It wasn't crazy.
Yeah,
it wasn't my thing. Jay Davis had to make Dane's tuna fish every night. He was the number one danger.
Swear to God, that's true.
I'll swear to God.
Swear to God that one.
Swear to God. On the bus.
Jay Davis.
You had egg salad?
I didn't anything. I would sit there and be like, "You're making his." I fucked with him. I felt bad about this after.
You should have felt bad.
I go, "You're making his tuna."
He should have gotten some self-respect and be like, "I'm not making your tuna."
But Jay was so into. He was the new guy, so he drank the Kool-Aid. He was like, I'm this guy.
The beginning of the beginning.
Me and Gary had just come off of Last Comic Standy. He didn't want to do the fucking thing. He was sick of being on this tour type shit. I was just like, they sold me a bill of goods. Like, this is our tour. Your name's on this is 4 of us equally. And then I realized, this is not. I'm in a bunk.
You're Danger.
I remember the back room was supposed to be a hangout for all of us, and then last minute it just turned to his suite.
Man,
it was a lot of things that happened.
I think people all of us have a fantasy about what something is going to be, and I think sometimes people believe that fantasy. But
what you being on a bus now, you can see it's funny. I lucked out. My first bus thing ever, when it was just like a week. Or a week and a half, Dave Attell. It was me, Dave Attell, Joe DeRosa, tour manager, bus driver. That's it. And the second one I did the whole summer with the rock tour. The first one was a small venue tour with Korn, so that was 4 of us on a bus. That's great.
Yeah.
Then I went on the Mayhem Fest with all the bands, and then I was on a 12-person bus. And that's when you see where bus living, like, oh no, this sucks, actually, pretty bad. It's the sleeping
I actually went to the crew bus one time. I was like, I'm just going over there because it was too much. There was too much shit going on. I was like, the crew was like, come stay with us. We'll
No, if you could pick your exact perfect situation for tour busing would be unbelievable, but it's never that.
But every day we would wake up to cameras, go to bed to cameras. There was cameras on us all the time, which was there a moment? I know there was moments on ours that were edited out. There was a lot of edited out shit.
As opposed to just streaming it live? What do you mean?
Well, because it was meant to prop him up.
Yeah.
So whatever stuff looked bad.
Difficult
and
stuff.
yet still, moments, though, like I said, he allowed himself.
He did.
If he had full cut.
No, he did.
He allowed himself, he showed Dane Cook on that show. Does show we have drops because it makes us laugh. Like, he has bitchy, moments where he's the star and it's kind of like,
so he had
you guys are ruining
control?
my fun.
Is that what you're saying? He had creative control over it?
100%.
I mean, that's so boring. I mean, I just think that's...
Well, it is. You make like a fluff piece.
Right. I just don't know who wants to see... I mean, I'm sure it's... Sorry, I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's great.
No,
I'm saying just in principle, the idea... Like, imagine if we made something about ourselves. It just feels like...
Well, the original thing was supposed to be a documentary, and then they made it into a 9. So they had to add a story arc. They had to make me the antagonize. This guy's that. Dane's the leader. They give us names. It was weird, but what you did. Weird. The thing is like there was moments where the camera guys,
Jay Davis, tuna maker,
the
general, the capo,
Bobby, tuna eater.
Maker.
He was the.
That sounds really.
I couldn't have Dane's tuna.
Multi-layered.
You couldn't touch Dane's tuna.
Yeah.
But
did you touch my tuna?
But the question is like, did you ever have moments where he confronted you, where you had, whether not in the documentary, where he was like, "What do you like?" Were you maybe on the Angels too much, or you're making it wasn't about him, where you had to have like where he kind of snapped at you, because he's yelling at people on the phone like he's famous back in the day. He's screaming, and I learned, you can't talk to people that way because they will tell you to go fuck yourself at some point, even if they're making something for you. And there was moments where camera guys were like, "What the fuck?" And people had to be talked to. Were there moments where he was like, "Get out of my face," or where you had like an altercation with him?
I didn't have any altercations. I mean, I went with what he, if he said stop filming, I stopped filming. I didn't push back. And I remember a documentary friend of mine saying like, why didn't you push back more?
Right.
And I was like, because he would have probably booted me off. Like I wasn't trying to be, I don't know. I just wasn't trying to be rude or confrontational. I was just trying to be there and be as, non-obtrusive
like a fly
as
on
possible.
The wall.
Yeah.
So there was no things with you that you had with him where because he seems to go after everybody. People like that to me always have they'll go from you to you. Now you're my friend. I'm mad at them. And then I'll talk to you about that one. It seems they go, this person has this and that. And, was there ever, you never had a problem with him at all?
I mean, I think there were times if I wanted to, leave and go off, I think, he would say, like, can you stay so that we are all together and, you don't set an example of just taking off. Because I was doing my own thing. I mean, I would, come into tour and stay for a week or whatever and then go off, right? I wasn't there 100% of the time.
He just throws a halo on your head and goes, I'll see you in 2 hours. That's his Apple tag.
There's a base.
That's his air tag. All right, Marcy, before you go, put that on your head real quick. Get out of here.
But no, I mean, he was actually tremendously, I would say, respectful of what I was doing. So I don't know if that's, because he saw me as, he revered what I was doing, or if I don't know, it went well, I think, from that point of view.
Right.
And I was really grateful for, he would stay in communication with me about, what was happening or where I needed to be. And that was especially really great when things were happening in New York, because he was genuinely really scared sometimes, I mean, he was, really, really in a state where he was not, he was feeling self-protective. And so I felt really, I guess, honored in a way to still be there and be along for that ride.
Well, he says, and that's the time when he almost says, like that's why we have to do this now, because, like, but the documentary, he says, like, in it, he's like, this is why it's important to do this now, because all these things are coming out. But I mean, there is definitely, I mean, like, and you show it, and it's going to be, but like, he doesn't really have a great rebuttal to, like, either say the names or not, and then asking for the money. That's what I thought was, I'm surprised he thought that would fly, because I remember the first, and I think Matt Lauer makes the same mistake that I made, that everybody made. You go, oh wow, he's trying to get money together to make this documentary.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you had a button that locked the door in your office.
No. But we did both say at the time, I goes, I would like to have that. It's nothing to do with attacking women. It would just be like, wouldn't that be easier not to get up to log something? But, oh, thank God. But now it's like, it's the most evil. When someone says, he goes, it locks women in the room, I go, oh, it does sound evil when you say it like that. I thought it was just lazy. I'm just too lazy to lock a door, but I guess I'm also imprisoning people in my office, I suppose. But yeah, he says, Matt Lauer, when he kind of calls him on it, I think it's like, why would you say, and then he says it's a documentary, and he's like, no, I want to make a feature film. So it's like, and he ended up, they didn't make a feature film, they made the Lifetime movie, and then he made the documentary, I guess. But like, I don't think he sees like 2 steps ahead of like what you're asking for. No, it's why it has to be a feature film. He goes, so you're saying some of this $10 million is to hire the right casting director to sit down, and it's like tell me why you're the raped Corey Haim. And then some actor has to be like, I'm so-and-so with CAA. And, and like that process being involved in something that seems like it's pretty important to get the news. If you have the information and you're willing to say you'll whistleblow, to say like, but you have to let me make it a coloring book. It's like always some like weird like project to it. It's like
$10 million.
No, go do an Instagram live video and be like, this guy did this to me inappropriately. And I know it's not as maybe simple as that, but I mean, it certainly isn't a, we have to, where's our location scout on the Corey Haim Lucas rape? It's like, it seems like a crazy thing
$10 million
to bring on such a serious subject.
Is a lot
you
of
make
money.
it laughable.
$10 million is a lot of money for a documentary too. I mean,
But it wasn't a
I think
documentary.
Mission Impossible 2 was only $10 million. I'm pretty sure. So he needed that number to be hit to make. Were you going to be part of that? Does he talk to you about being part of that film that he was making?
No, I was not part of it. The only thing I did was I did a favor for him. I went and filmed a little bit. He was genuinely scared, I think, and I went and did a little bit of filming for him, just so that he could have a little bit of footage from that time, which I gave him a couple of clips for him to have, and that I think he used in his documentary.
You were a
And
fly on the wall, by
I
the
was
way,
very happy
because
to do that.
as somebody who lived here in New York as long as you did, I mean, we all watched him eat some pretty bunk-ass pizza through New York. The pizza, I'm like, where the fuck did they go?
Yeah.
Like, that looks like terrible cardboard pizza.
Well,
it's all-day pizza.
yeah.
Sitting there all day.
in the hotel room. Yeah,
Well,
come on, I mean,
when they went to the pizza place.
Oh, yeah, the pizza place,
when they got
yeah.
them, I'm like, that looks like a bad piece of pizza for New York City.
Oh, I thought it looked good.
Yeah?
You thought it looked bad?
It was
Interesting.
it was so flat and hard.
I love that. I thought it was such a great, iconic New York thing. Like, what else are you going to do except get pizza while
in the
you're
snow,
trying
yeah.
to plan on how to survive in New York? I
And then
thought it was a great documentary. Like, you're planning like the core moment of your life, and you're in a New York pizza place. What else are you going to do?
With security by he had so much. Not one, but he had two high-level security guards. Did he have them for the after he did the Matt Lauer thing? Did they dump the security, or did they get to keep that for the whole time?
I don't remember what. I mean, he definitely was. Because he was freaked out. He definitely got that arranged so that he would feel safe. I don't remember what the boundaries were, what the terms were, but that was part of the deal so that he would feel safe to do it and talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that's also I'm going to ask because the editing.
We have the director and filmmaker of Corey Feldman's new documentary on. We should probably tell people who just
absolutely
got
make
in.
sure you check it out. Corey Film.
Yeah, Marcy Hume is here. Graced us.
I bought it twice, by the way.
I mean,
you bought it twice?
Twice.
Yeah, you need to watch it more. You need to own it because you need to go back through it.
Don't rent it.
Do not rent it. You need to own it, and you need to go back through it because you'll watch this over and over again. Because I missed so much. Thank God I watched it with him, who's the ultimate guy to watch this stuff with, because I was missing so much stuff, and you go back, and then he put the closed caption on, which the greatest part was when the guy with the
Comic-Con book.
The Comic-Con book was, I missed it completely when he's walking.
Well, because you said what it sort of looks like, which is interesting in talking to you. You're not sure yourself, but like, because he walks up and it looks like he stops almost to sign something for a guy asking him to sign something, and then he doesn't. And Bobby had the reaction everyone had at first too, where it was, I didn't hear it at first either, but it was on closed caption. I just didn't happen to see it.
Yeah.
And it was caught, and I was like, and you said it, you go, it's fucked up. Like, he's walking away, like, just so you won't sign the guy's book. And then it's like, no, go back and watch the thing.
Yeah.
It says, buy my Comic-Con book.
Right.
You gotta buy my Comic-Con book. That's so funny.
I thought it was that he wouldn't sign it because he was too popular.
No, that is the moment where the doctor tells him, you have all these people asking for a piece of you, and they need something from you, and you've got to focus on yourself. And it is probably my greatest lament of this movie that our editor had this cover of Man in the Mirror in there, like a rock cover of Man in the Mirror that was so incredible. And of course, in scraping this all together, we could not afford anything like that whatsoever. So we really lost something in that moment. But that's the moment where the doctor says that to him, and he's, so it's kind of this moment of like, all right, this kind of self-reflection moment as dictated by the medical community. So I think that moment just reflects it really well. And then one of the shots after that where, the angels are kind of together behind him and he's standing outside the circle and thinking about how to move forward. I think that little sequence is...
No, that's all. I was also surprised by how much, I think it's when he's singing Cry Little Sister. And like, you see Jezebel, and I think he meant both just kind of looking at each other with like they always kind of laugh at the thing. I said before, it's like there's like an enjoyment to it that could be had that he could be taking part in.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I think he's finding that joy on stage, and then it's like he spends his lifetime listening to people like tell him he's ridiculous, versus like if he was a little more like tongue in cheek about like I said, not even the point to go. Don't just pull the microphone away every time and act like that's the vocal motion you're supposed to do when you're trying to hit a note you can't hit. It's like point at, hey guys, I need a lot of you. How much again? It's not knowing how to ingratiate. To be like, guys, I'm taking on a pretty big one here. Cry Little Sister, because I'm gonna need your help on this one. Throw it to them like, and they'll play along because they're really. You can make the thing. You're there to see the spectacle of Corey Feldman and also child movie star who you love from things Corey Feldman, and this is his thing he does.
Yes.
I don't think anybody goes to like, man, Keanu Reeves, like, sure, The Matrix is good, man, but have you seen Dog Star or whatever his dumb, like his dumb,
right.
you know what I mean? It's like no one really gives a shit about that band either because he doesn't make it like we're out there making music that's gonna like change things. He's just like, no, it's fun. I like playing guitar, and I'm gonna go out there and play guitar. He's not like we're stars. We're looking for a record deal. He goes, it's fun. We get to play at the Viper Room 3 times a year and go out there and
I would 100% see Steven Seagal play anything and put on a Southern accent.
But of course, you also draw more attention. I mean, if just to state the absolute 13-year-old's logic, obvious, you draw more attention to something. If somebody's making fun of you or whatever, and you're like mad about it or whatever, you just put attention on them, right?
Right.
And I'm just so with you on this because I want him to embrace everything that's going on. And in one sense, I think he does, in the sense that he always is just going and moving forward. But I think embracing it on all levels, right? Embracing the fact that there are people that, I do think you guys are a great example. Like, you love him so much, and you're always going to, make fun of him a little bit and laugh and whatever. But at the core, I see the sparkle in your eyes sitting in front of me that you just love him and would just be so happy if he were here.
Do you know, was it a line in the movie or did we just say it, Christine? We were watching it with Bobby, having dinner the other night. I think I said the words. I go, he's an icon.
Yeah.
Undeniably.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even change that. That is good use of the term. Better, good, bad, or worse. He's an icon, without a doubt. I mean, the guy he spreads over generations of people who know who he is. He's certainly.
If he could embrace it a little bit, he would sell so many tickets. If he could just embrace what we see and be honest with us and have those moments of,
Well, Bobby, you're looking over the fact that he hasn't done the overseas part of the tour yet. And then where he's going to swing back through the U.S. and then do a much bigger U.S. tour. It was, you see, we only got to the local stateside part before we went overseas to bring it back around.
How many years has it been?
It's been a while. It's been a little bit. He's done several tours since. We have such great merch from him. We've bought albums, and I said we've given we give to the cause for sure. We're here for it, and I said I really do. I said I do believe he is an icon, and I said what's interesting about why I feel that way too is, and we've said this from the get-go since we started talking about it on the show 10 years ago, was that always if he comes in the room, undeniably with any phase of him, the stupid lock on the front, who am I to judge? As I wear fingerless gloves, he wears gloveless fingers. You loved it. He just wears the fingers. Yeah. If he walked into a room and I was there, if he came onto the radio show or anything else, I would just be like, whoa, man, that's cool. You still have that star feeling of whoa, dude, that's fucking Corey Feldman's here. From Goonies and Gremlins and everything.
When we saw him at Loserville, we watched him and then we watched Limp Bizkit. And we left when he was done. We hung out.
We milled around. We milled around. Just want to see him.
He fucking brought it. And it was so fun and exciting and such a good time. And we tried to hang in with the other bands, but we were like, let's get out of here. They would, it wasn't the same thing. And then of course when Limp Bizkit came out, but I would have just saw him and left. I feel like Corey gave a better, more entertaining performance.
If the band was called
else.
something funny, even, you know what I mean? Like just some kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, he'd get the same gigs. More people would show up. Some people would
come see my new band, Fruit Loops.
Just whatever. But I'm saying, just like, something like that. Just the idea. It's like, our new single, like trying to figure it out. What genre? Almost like a Weird Al take on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just have something. It's like, I'm going to come because the songs are covers.
Yeah.
I mean, but I said that lady, you captured her. She's such an underlying like star of the thing for me because she's again, where you do want him to get like at least a little like nudge of like, come on, man, like the world doesn't hate your guts, and they don't.
Oh, the fan,
and they don't love you the way you want to be loved. Do you know what I mean? It's like
it's both.
It's like they don't hate you.
All these things can be true at once, and I think that is what is really. I think some people, I've noticed this especially with this movie because this movie holds a lot of things at once, right? There are a lot of some things in this world are very black and white, and some things are not, and some things coexist, right? And that particular.
Well, Lou just happens to be black, but we don't call him Black Lou anymore.
No. He's formerly Black
for
Lou.
your
But that's White
teammates
Jacob.
Here.
Yeah, that's the whitest
It's almost
Jacob.
like being back on the bus again.
Johnny's Paco.
DJ Lou.
But I don't know. You guys have your own special bus-like environment here.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Can I ask? Because I didn't watch any of the Q&As. There were some of them on YouTube. What's the state of mind of the Angels with 8 years of reflection now?
I think it's different for everybody. I mean, it was very exciting to show the movie to them. They didn't see it until the premiere, and so that was very trusting of them, and they were very tough and brave to trust us to do that. So. Most of them came to the premiere, and they've all been really positive about it. I think this movie is really different. It's not in any way. Again, like I was, just saying about the sort of middle ground of things. You have a very funny romp and you kind of understand all this about what Corey has dealt with in life and what he's trying to do, and then you also hear from the perspectives of some of the folks that were on the tour, and you get their views of some things that are very dark, and all of that is there. It's all there, and the film does not make a decree of what is going on, and it leaves it there for you to reconcile and figure out what you think is going on and what's happening with the power dynamics and where fame plays into things. What else might be going on? There's terminology that the women use in the film that, you sort of figure out what you think, what your determination is based on what you see. The women that were there at the Q&A said that they felt like it was a good representation of the tour, even though obviously not, it's not near to everything could be included in an hour and 37 minute
because
movie.
people who love Corey are going to watch this and be like, oh, what a hard thing he went through. Everybody gets to watch this in their own perspective.
Yes.
Because you did not put this is what it is. You let it all hang out. So if they love Corey, they'd be like, wow, what a hard tour. That sucks for him. Oh my God, he's going through this. So you can have your own, view of what this was.
Yes.
To how you see Corey.
Right.
And the haters are going to hate it, whatever, and think but the people like us, I think like you see it the way we see it, where it's like, this stuff is, crazy stuff. Here it is. And, we love it. You can't not love this movie. You can't not watch it and be like, that was 100% entertaining in all its, whatever you think of them, you're going to watch this and be entertained by it.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you could draw a bunch of different conclusions from it for sure. Because I said it definitely gets like, I've been curious. Are you curious even, and if you're in touch with Courtney at all? Like, is she gonna come out with something? Because they said, I heard him interviewed with his new, I guess we'll say girlfriend, Adrian Skye, and they were on Tori Spelling's podcast. Tori Spelling did no research. She just interviews. Pretty funny how she goes. But they're like, he tried to get her to talk because he goes, well, I'm going through a pretty messy divorce right now. And Tori Spelling's just like, yeah. So when this girl, and it was just like, you can see he kind of wanted to say, maybe take a shot at her or something. I don't know how good that's going at all. But like, for her, like where the documentary ended, I know it says like they make the phone call and you hear, he tells Darcy that they split, but they, like, she seems like pretty down for it like the whole time. You know what I mean? Like she seems like she's there for it until she's not. So did you know her in the time? Like, I mean, where she like when she left, did you like speak to her ever like beyond that?
I did not. No, when Corey kind of stopped being in touch with me, I decided to kind of not be in touch with anybody from that world. It just felt like the right thing to do to sort of, I don't know, just make a break from that whole world so that when the movie was done, it was just kind of done for everybody. It just felt like the fair thing to do. But it was obviously very fascinating to know that she, when I got that news that she left, I was very surprised because they were incredibly enmeshed and they seemed incredibly, in love and tied together. And, obviously we've all watched people go through relationship changes, but that one definitely, I was surprised.
Well, I think they show some breaks, or the documentary, you show some breaks in it. I don't even know if it's on purpose.
The coffee got me.
What was that?
You kept the lid on. Am I supposed to drink this next week?
Yeah, well, I mean, she would stick up for herself in those moments. It seemed like, but it's not just that. Just like more. He's
got a point.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong there. No, but she seemed like, again, it's that very like like the people like the swingers and stuff like that, like the lifestyle people. Like he has that like pitch of it, which it comes off like so. And I'm not a prude about anything like that at all, but just like it seems like she's standing there a little bit while he's like, wait here, God, you're so beautiful. You should come with us on the bus for a little bit. Well, it's only 2 hours away. We'll send you. We could probably get you an Uber home if you. Now you're spending 2 days on a bus. Just these weird things that she's probably like. And I just have to know from like even like years with Christine that there's something that would be Christine over my shoulder going like. No. Like we can hang for a couple hours now, but you're not taking a weekend trip with us. Like on the thing. Like, what the fuck? It's like Christine's not even prude about it, but it's like saying like she would be like, yeah, we can hang with this girl for a little bit. We're not going to a fucking. We're not going to a fucking taking her on tour with us for 2 days. That's crazy.
It was funny though watching that and just like the judgment on it as you're watching it, going like, I don't think there's any way to do this and not be creepy. I was like, I think anytime anybody looking in at a couple trying to have sex with a woman, like it's going to come off as kind of creepy.
No, Christine, not when you were drinking and you were the scout. That was the best. Once you stop drinking, I can't scout because then you're that guy doing that. Oh, you two girls would look so pretty. I'm like, nah, dude, there's no way. I don't have it in me.
That voice
I don't have
is
it
incredible. I didn't, you're going to think I'm nuts when I say this, but I didn't have really any judgment about that at the time. I mean, probably because I was exhausted and had just.
He got you.
Stop it! No, but
Get her some wings.
Look, I'd been filming every day. Get her some wings.
Get her some wings.
I'd been in a tuna salad sandwich stat because this room is
Bobby
very small. It's getting
Bobby,
smaller.
You got to make her tuna salad sandwiches though.
When I'd been filming all day, every day, and then I'd film the shows, which, is probably unnecessary because, as you know, there's not very much in there. But I just was filming, and he had a lot of fans that would come up to him and people that would talk. So it's not like I didn't, I thought it was entertaining as I was filming, and I thought it was compelling, and I thought, but I didn't see it through the same lens as I did after the fact. And as I had, interviewed more, done more talking with the women and, on camera and all that kind of stuff. So this stuff transforms as you see it, as your own experience with it progresses.
Also, any kind of argument, like when someone's having something and like you only know a person, it's the blind belief in just the person you're with. So exactly when he's like, this person said these terrible things about you, you're going to have an immediate kind of thing like, well, I'm with you. So like, you're saying this person's wrong, what he's saying about, you kind of get wrapped up in it too.
Yeah.
I could talk to you for 3 more hours.
Yeah. I mean,
we have to.
You got to go see the documentary. You got to buy it, watch it, and spread the word.
Thanks, guys.
About this documentary. Marcy Hume is here. Corey Feldman versus the World. Available now at CoreyFilm.com. Make sure you check it out.
See it again for the first time. It's like E.T.
Yeah.
It's timeless. It's going to be my Christmas story.
I wanted to read Jacob's text to the group after he saw it.
Please.
I say this with absolutely no hyperbole. Corey Feldman versus the World is an absolute masterpiece. It's one of the best films I've seen in the last 20 years. Every scene is hysterical and fascinating at the same time. There isn't a single dull moment to be had. He's a loon that should be cherished.
You should use
That's
that.
beautiful.
You should put that at the end of the documentary.
Truer words.
We'll update the film.
Truer
It'll only
words.
take a couple minutes.
Marcy, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, guys.
That was our whole show, everybody. We'll be we're off tomorrow because we're filming our holiday show.
We have a holiday show, Village Underground, sold out, right?
Yeah, well, Liz opened up a couple more tickets because I got rid of some guest lists that I was holding, so there are some available right now.
There you go. If you want to come down, get those tickets right now.
A couple extra tickets available. I'll be in Irvine this weekend. Milwaukee, New Year's Eve. Bobby's going to be on the road out in Sarasota in January.
January, I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to Costa Rica. So you guys,
hell
what's
yeah.
up?
To film that pilot.
Yeah, we'll film a pilot.
And, bye. Oh, is this me?
That's you, baby.
Okay. Oh, the holidays are here. Steven Singer, the I Hate Steven Singer guy, has the #1 gift for Christmas. Real, natural diamond stud earrings. Everybody knows gold and diamond prices are at the highest price in history. Well, lucky for you, Steven Singer has locked in his diamond studs at the old prices. His Anita diamond studs still start at just $298, all at the same perfect prices last year. Same incredible value. There's no better time to get a pair of studs from Steven Singer Jewelers. This cannot last forever. Each pair is eye flawless, near colorless. Beautiful stuff. Plus, with Steven's full value lifetime trade-in, you can trade in your studs anytime and get exactly what you paid towards a larger pair.
We're colorless on the show from now on.
That's right. No color on this show except for White Jacob. Visit his showroom in Philly, still at the other corner of 8th and Walnut, or his brand new store, which is located in the Village at Newtown next to the Capitol Grill, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com, with fast and free shipping to arrive in time for Christmas. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
Folks, we all know some things are hard in life. Holiday gift giving doesn't have to be. Stop struggling to find the perfect gift. I'll tell you what's the perfect gift. Aura Frames. It's the easiest gift to give somebody. It's the best gift they'll ever get. I ordered a few for my friends and family. I preloaded photos and videos of the kids. Oh, the kid. Sorry, this is real. The kid for the grandparents. Actually, not the grandparent, the grandparent. That's singular, not plural. And the photos from epic memories from my friends. I can add anytime, anywhere, all year round, the gift that just keeps giving. I really do have one of these, and I love it. I didn't even have to wrap it because it comes in a beautiful premium gift box with no price tag. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com. Get $35 off Aura's best-selling cover mat, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code Bonfire at checkout. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code Bonfire. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order now to get it in time for the holidays. Support us by mentioning Bonfire at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Say goodnight to holiday stress and rest easy with Sleep Christmas, a channel designed to induce visions of sugar plums as you drift off to peaceful and ambient holiday sounds. Sleep Christmas, for a limited time on the SiriusXM app, along with dozens of other holiday